here, Sandbag Fitness Systems, and today I have a very special guest. Bill Ferguson here contacted me some time ago, really enthusiastic about our bags, and what got me really intrigued about what Bill does. He's a jackman, is that the correct term for it?
Jackman.
For a NASCAR team, and I thought that was fascinating. You know, Bill, tell us a little bit about what you do on a daily basis and what got you so interested in this type of training.
Well, on a daily basis, I work on a pit crew in NASCAR's top series, the Sprint Cup series. I'm the jackman on the pit crew, which is somewhat the center of the team, I guess. In order to do my job effectively, I've got to be somewhat strong and somewhat agile, and this type of training just kind of suited the needs that I had for kind of being one up on my competition. I found that the Sandbag allowed me to be real explosive in my movements. It allowed me to train muscles that I didn't know I had. It allowed me to just kind of, have the intensity and the know-how to do different movements with the bag that would influence my day-to-day job over the wall, pitting a car.
And that's no small ordeal. You were telling us, the amount of strength that go to do that. I mean, you guys are, how many times a car comes in and the equipment you have to do and the time you have to do it. What type of endurance? I mean, I don't think people appreciate the type of endurance that it takes to do that type of job.
Yeah, I mean, it takes quite a bit of endurance. I mean, people don't realize that, when we're typically, when we pit a car, we could pit a car between 6 to 10 times a night, depending on if we race during the day, if we race at night, if we're racing in July, or if we're racing in November. The temperature fluctuates quite a bit. You're wearing a fire suit. You don't have a chance to eat during the race, so you got to stay hydrated, and you got to try to find a way to get some snacks in you if you can, just to keep your energy levels up. But, the weather typically has a big impact on your endurance and how many pit stops you do throughout the night. So you could get tired pretty quick if you didn't train properly and eat properly.
And you're not just part of a normal team that, you guys were featured in a major publication, I think it was Men's Fitness, about the unique training. Tell the guys what you've been doing and just sort of how you've been integrating Sandbags with everything.
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I integrated the Sandbags on my own at first. I have, we have an allotted amount of time throughout the day that we're allowed to train at the shop with our team, and I wanted to basically go over and beyond that to try to increase my strength and endurance back at the house. So I bought one of your Sandbags and trained with it on my own in my garage, and immediately noticed a difference. I was immediately sore, I was immediately fatigued, and I thought that I was in decent shape. But this bag allowed me to, increase my strength and endurance, not only in my core, my trunk, but my back, my chest, basically everything that it requires to do my job effectively in jacking a race car. So it was a perfect fit. I probably used it 2 to 3 days a week throughout the week on top of my regular workout regimen, and I just feel like it's real beneficial to what I do.
No, I mean, something that made my mouth drop when we were just talking was, you were telling us about a time you got hit. Working pit, and you said your conditioning basically saved you from getting worse injuries. Is that how you feel about it?
Well, that's how I believe. Yeah. I believe if you're not, I believe that the conditioning of the over-the-wall athletes can prevent injury. I believe if you're in decent shape, and I'm not saying you can stand out in front of a car and get hit and not get hurt, but
don't try that at home.
I'm saying if you are conditioned, I believe if your legs are strong and your body is physically strong, it will prevent injury when you do come across a major trauma, whether it's over the wall or behind the wall. I did get hit this year, and it was a pretty traumatic hit. However, I basically just walked away with a few bruises, and I was very fortunate, but I believe a lot of that was contributed to how I trained, whether it was with Sandbags or other methods throughout the week.
That's awesome. And Bill, you told me that you have a website that you've been documenting your season, so tell people if they're interested in following you or what they can check out.
www.billfergusonjr.com.
That's awesome. Thanks, Bill, so much. I appreciate you
Thank you
visiting us. Check out more. We're going to do some special workouts that Bill will probably use when he gets back at sandbagfitnesssystems.com.